Maine Coon cats are our beloved friends who are famous for being the largest cat breed in the world, so to speak. They are called the dogs of the cat race. Maine Coon cats, which reach large sizes, have muscular bone structures. In addition to their muscular bone structure, they also have a very solid body structure. In this way, it has structures that are resistant to cold and harsh climates. Although they are different from other cat breeds due to their large bodies, they also have another feature that distinguishes them. This feature is their dense, long, silky, and smooth feather structure. Thanks to this feather structure, they protect themselves even in the coldest seasons. Let us introduce you to the Maine Coon cat breed, known as the dogs of the cat world or the gentle giant. It is one of the oldest cat breeds in North America. In addition, they are old and have domestic and natural origins. They are cats specific to the region known as the state of Maine, located in the New England region of the USA. This cat breed was loved and admired so much by the locals and people that they were called the Maine cat. It is the only cat breed with long hair known to be native to the USA. More than one story and theory has been put forward about the origins of Maine Coon cats. The Maine Coon cat breed became an officially recognized cat breed by the CFA, known as the Cat Fanciers Association, towards the end of the 19th century. It went through difficult processes before being officially accepted. Because many different cat breeds were brought to various parts of America in the early 1900s. Among these cat breeds, there were cats of many different breeds, including Angora and Persian cats. With the advent of these cat breeds, Maine Coon cats fell out of favor. In fact, it was even said by some that the Maine Coon cat breed was on the verge of extinction. Of course, this situation was a bit exaggerated among the public. With the breeding programs initiated by Maine Coon lovers, the increase in the number of cats was achieved in a short time. When we look from past to present, these huge but lovable Maine Coon cats are still cherished by many families. Maine Coon cats are a cat breed known for their loyalty, love, and closeness to their owners. It is a cat breed that expects attention, compassion, and love from its owners. Because Maine Coon cats came to the point of extinction in ancient times and thanks to breeding efforts, they rejoined the cat breeds. He deserves love, care, compassion, and devotion to the fullest. It is one of the most fed cat breeds in many other countries, especially in America. The reason why this cat breed is so popular is their high intelligence, loyalty to their owners and loving character. In addition, their soft, thick and dense fur makes them a lovable cat breed. Maine Coon cats have a very active and playful character compared to other cat breeds. These characters continue unchanged from their childhood until their old age. They enjoy playing games with their owners at home. It can be a little scary for house guests, children, and other pets. Because this cat breed has quite large sizes. But contrary to their height and size, Maine Coon cats get along very well with other pets and children and have a great time with them. Just because they don't know the guests coming to the house for the first time, they approach them with a bit of distance. After getting to know them, he approaches them with love and compassion. The point you should pay attention to is that Maine Coon cats go through an adaptation and recognition process when they first encounter other pets and people. If they sense disturbing or aggressive attitudes during this period, they generally keep their distance. But when they warm up to the people and pets they meet, they have a very harmonious time and form special bonds between them. They are cats that are as comfortable as they are active. They are not lazy, but lying on the sofa or in bed during the day means a pleasant time for them. Like many cats, it does not like water. There is an additional reason why they dislike water. Since the hair is quite long and dense, it weighs down when wet and disturbs the cat. As a general character, they are cats that are curious, affectionate, loyal to their owners, loyal and get along well with other animals. Although some people shy away from them due to their large size, they are actually not aggressive at all. Maine Coon cats are extremely gentle cats in character. Contrary to their large size, they are among the largest cat breeds in the world, with a gentle, harmonious, and loving nature. True to their namesake, the massive Maine Coon originated in Maine, where they remain the official state cat. Rumor has it they might even be related to the feline companions of Marie Antoinette, says Nicole Civigo, VMD, an Austin-based mobile veterinarian at the vets. Regardless of their ancestry, there's no denying they're a tough breed well suited to prowl around in the harsh New England winters. There is no such thing as a small lap cat when it comes to Maine Coons. Adult males can weigh up to 25 pounds, with their slightly daintier female counterparts weighing 10–14 pounds. But don't let their size fool you, these gentle giants have personalities just as soft and fluffy as their fur. Height, 10–16 inches, 24 to 40 centimeters, weight, 8–18 pounds, 3 to 8 kilograms. Thanks to their big, lovable personalities and pup-like quirks, Maine Coons have settled in as one of the most popular house cats across the U.S. They're also one of the largest domestic cat breeds. They have longer bodies than most breeds, and much larger heads and paws. Maine Coons use their furry paws as fluffy snowshoes, says Civigo. And for even greater stability on slippery slopes, many Maine Coons are polydactyl, meaning they have extra toes on each paw. Along with being big, Maine Coons have some dog-like mannerisms, like their love for water and tendency to play fetch. All in all, they're a laid-back group of cats that love spending time with their family. Maine Coon cats can have a diet similar to other cat breeds, which includes animal protein-rich food labeled with a nutritional adequacy statement for their life stage from the Association of American Feed Control Officials, AFCO, Civigo says. Additionally, Royal Canin offers a diet specially formulated for Maine Coon cats. Pet parents can feed Royal Canin's Maine Coon food for growth to their Maine Coon kittens, followed by the adult maintenance formula when they reach 2 years of age. Maine Coon cats have the longest whiskers of any domestic cat breed, so they prefer extra wide food and water bowls to prevent whisker fatigue. While water fountains can encourage your cat to hydrate, Maine Coons love playing in water. So don't be surprised if you find your water-loving feline with their paws in the fountain. The amount of food you should feed your Maine Coon cat depends on his weight, lifestyle, health, and other factors. Look to your cat food packaging to find general feeding guidelines, but the best option is to talk with your vet. Your veterinarian will provide the best individually tailored diet recommendations for your cat. Cat foods with an AFCO nutritional adequacy statement will give your cat everything he needs for his life stage. Kittens should be fed food for growth or all life stages, while adult cats should be fed age-specific food. Typically, supplements don't need to be added to your cat's food unless your veterinarian recommends them, Civigo says. That said, proactive pet parents may want to ask their vet whether joint supplements that can help their kitty. While every cat is an individual, Maine Coon cats tend to be laid-back and affectionate companions. The mellow Maine Coon can be an excellent addition to any family. They're the perfect family cat because they get along well with kids and other animals, Civigo says. They may be giants, but Maine Coons are also gentle and affectionate. Plus, they rarely meow instead, you'll likely hear your Maine Coon chirp, chatter, and trill. Just like any other cat breed, Maine Coons need daily socialization and exercise to stay happy. By playing with your cat for at least 10 minutes a day, you'll help deter unwanted behaviors like excessive vocalization and scratching the furniture. Though they have playful bursts, Maine Coon cats are happy to spend most of their day snoozing in their cat bed, on a sunny windowsill, or on the couch next to you. Litter box training comes naturally to most cats when the placement and setup of the litter box are to their liking. However, Maine Coons are highly intelligent and curious, making them eager to learn more than just litter box use. With positive reinforcement and a training clicker, Maine Coons can learn fun tricks, such as fist bumping, and practical commands, including recall. Training your cat adds valuable enrichment to their life and strengthens the bond between you and your feline BFF. Fun activities for Maine Coons: playing fetch, sunbathing on a window perch, walking on harness and leash, birdwatching from a catio, puzzle toys. Maine Coon cats have thick, long coats that can become oily or matted without routine grooming. Here's what you should know about their grooming needs. If you notice excessive oil in your cat's fur, it might be time for an at-home bath. Most Maine Coon cats are open to the occasional bath, especially if introduced to bathing when young. A Maine Coon cat's fur can come in all shades and colors from pure white to tabby, calico, and chocolate. No matter the color, they have thick, double-layered coats that help them survive the Maine winters, Civigo says, though most Maine Coon cats happily live indoors these days. The Maine Coon breed requires routine grooming to prevent matting. Brushing your Maine Coon at home 2 to 3 times a week should do the trick. If your cat's fur gets large mats, he may need an appointment with a professional cat groomer. Maine Coon cats have oval-shaped eyes in shades of gold, green, and blue. Their eyes don't typically need special care, but if you spot unusual discharge, redness, or general crustiness, make an appointment with your veterinarian. Cat eye problems are usually resolved with a quick round of medicine. To prevent ear infections in your Maine Coon's extra-large ears, keep them clean and dry, especially after a bath or swim. If they happen to get an infection, the ear canals will be red and smelly, and have a discharge, Civigo says. The cat would need to be seen by a vet. Bringing a Maine Coon kitten home means making them a full part of your family. While they're a little too big to be lap cats, they're affectionate and require ample socialization with the people they love. As well as quality time with their favorite humans, Maine Coons need engaging activities to stay happy. Buy them a very large, tall cat tree, Civigo says. A tree at least 6 feet high with a sturdy base will give your colossal cat plenty of room to stretch and climb. In fact, everything should be a little bigger for your Maine Coon, from litter boxes to cozy beds. At about 13 years, Maine Coon cats have a shorter lifespan than other cat breeds. And because they're prone to inheriting certain diseases from their parents, Civigo recommends purchasing health insurance for Maine Coon kittens. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, HCM, is the most common form of heart disease in cats. Many cats don't show symptoms in the early stages of the disease. But as it progresses, cats may have symptoms similar to heart failure, including shortness of breath and lethargy. Fortunately, there are a few approaches to getting ahead of the disease. At-home feline DNA tests. HCM is a heart disease that, genetically, presents different across breeds. Maine Coons can have a mutation in 2 genes that can cause this disease, Civigo explains. At-home DNA tests may have the technology to test for these mutations before your cat shows clinical signs. Preventative care. The gold standard of preventive medicine for Maine Coon cats is to have an annual echocardiogram, heart ultrasound, Civigo says. It's also useful to ask your Maine Coon breeder if HCM runs in your cat's lines. Spinal muscular atrophy is a neurological disease that affects a cat's physical abilities but not their cognitive functions. Kittens with spinal muscular atrophy typically show signs when they're 3-4 months old. They likely have decreased muscle tone and weakness, causing a wobbly walk and tremors. While the condition requires special care, a cat with spinal muscular atrophy can live a long, happy life. Like in humans, a cat's kidneys filter waste from the body, regulate the body's balance of fluids, minerals, and electrolytes, and produce essential hormones. Cats genetically predisposed to polycystic kidney disease, PKD, develop cysts in the kidneys, which lead to irreversible damage. Like HCM, at-home DNA kits can test your cat for PKD before symptoms appear. If you're working with an experienced Maine Coon breeder, ask if both parents have been genetically tested for the disease. If your Maine Coon is avoiding the stairs, not jumping up to their favorite perch, or no longer squatting in the litter box, they might have hip dysplasia. Cats with hip dysplasia have poorly aligned hips that are too loose, which can lead to arthritis. Managing hip dysplasia includes weight management, a joint-healthy diet, and, in severe cases, surgery. Gingivitis is inflammation of the gums, and it's considered the earliest stage of periodontal disease. While all cats are at risk of gingivitis, Maine Coon cats may be at risk of developing feline juvenile gingivitis when they're as young as 7 months old. Brushing your cat's teeth daily and scheduling routine veterinary exams are the most effective ways to prevent oral disease. Dear cat friends, please subscribe to our channel for more such videos.